to the celebrity Q&A on GaonaLive today. And on the show today, I've got somebody who I'm very fond of. He's my little brother. And, I think what I love even more is that you share a birthday with my little sister. Like, how awesome is that?
You've mentioned that before.
Absolutely. Resego Motlhokathari, welcome to the show. He's a television and radio personality as well as motivational speaker. I like us to explore the motivational speaking part because you're doing a lot of that. But anyways, how are you doing?
I'm great. And how have you been?
I've been good.
Okay, looking good as usual.
Looking absolutely great as well. And I just love, you do like the model that you are. So let's just take it way back. Before you became Resego on radio and TV, who was this guy?
All right, Resego Motlhokathari is just right now 27 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I come from a small village by the name Hebron. And from my humble beginnings, I was that guy, going to the cattle post, chasing after chickens and all that. And then in 1996 rather, that's the transition whereby I moved from my home village to Lubatsi. Then that was when Resego started, whereby I started realizing what exactly it is that I want, the career path that I want to take. Even though here and there I couldn't, the advice that I got, I think did not benefit me in a way, but at least it made me who I am today.
What kind of advice did you get? Curious about that.
Whereby you complete your Form 5, for example, they'll tell you that you need to do this certain course, but you know deep down that, you know what, that's not what I want this.
What did you end up studying though?
I did Bachelor of Sciences in Information Technology, but I always knew that, media is my passion. And I think listening to people, that advice did not work for me because I remember I was, 3 universities actually accepted me to do mass communication. But at the end of it, the advice, I ended up changing the course. But at least now I am doing what I always wanted to do.
Okay.
I made it work.
How did you end up on radio, television? Just get us into that.
Oh, okay. I believe that I was born to do this. And I always believe that when you are born to do something, you will always be good than the person who wants to do something. You understand? Because you have it in you. So it's just you to relax, be at your comfort zone, and then you get to do what you want. And I remember back in the days, I went to auditions, I think 3 times. I got in the 4th time. Each time when I went to an audition, I would go like, God said, this is not my time. Because why? He's keeping something big for me. I remember I auditioned at RB2, where I'm working now, for 3 consecutive times. And I was not, they did not pick me in a nutshell. But the 4th time, that's when they picked me. And I was like, yes, now this
is time. Yeah.
Yes, because I always believe that God never says no. He says not now. That your time is coming. So just be patient. And when he denies you something, he's trying to test your patience. Okay, do you have patience? Do you have faith? Those 2 things. So you better have patience and have faith for you to actually go like, you know what, I'm way where I wanted to be.
Absolutely.
So it's that simple. And with TV, I auditioned, I think once for my stuff.
And you just got it.
I just got it.
Wow.
I remember we were seated in a room. We were about 40. They were looking for one guy and one girl.
And you were the guy. You just happened to be. But before all of this, we'll go back to your broadcasting journey. You were a model. Tell us a bit about you as a model, because you just fit the profile perfectly.
So you say. All right. Back in the days, just when people would be like, Resego, you're tall, you look better. I hope you
don't want to say you look good.
Yes. I don't want to promote myself. And they used to say that. And I think what people say usually influences you onto doing something,
Absolutely.
And then I started modeling. I did shoots with the likes of David Glally, and even around here, I was part of Color in the Desert Fashion Week back in the days. It was quite good. I did shoots for CB stores, for Edgar stores, many other stores, and I think I liked it. So after me being on radio, being on TV, having an 8-to-5 job, all of that, it becomes too much.
Yeah,
so you need
imagine.
to create a balance on what exactly it is that you want to do.
Absolutely.
And I think that's something that with time you outgrow.
Okay. But yeah, going back to your journey as a broadcaster, I just love the fact that you've explored so much of the broadcasting space.
Yes.
Not only are you're on radio and television, but in the radio space as well, you're a news reader, you're a sports presenter. Like, how did all of that happen?
Yes, and like I did mention to you earlier on, God, you know when you're born to do something. I remember back in the days when I was still working at Dumai FM. I was a presenter there, and people absolutely they loved my show, and I felt the reason why I transitioned or moved from Dumai FM to RB2 is because I felt I needed to explore more, because I felt within me there's much more. So I went to RB2, and then after that, with sports, it's so funny. I remember I was working with DJs Live that time, because we were still during the induction process after being confirmed as employees. And Bethany was not there that particular day, and then I told Sly that, let me just do this. And then I went on the internet, researched, and my programs manager was listening in his office. After that, he was like, you are good, you should do sports. And I'm like, okay, I will get to do sports. He's like, I'll talk to my bosses. After 2 weeks, I got the slot.
And the rest is history, as they say.
Yes, and I had the opportunity to even present sports on your show.
Absolutely, totally.
Yes.
Now, Sunday Ballads. I think, I just want us to zone into Sunday Ballads, because you have done an incredible job with that show. You know what I mean? I think there have been greats who've done the show before, but I don't think at the moment people can imagine Sunday Ballads without Resego Motlhokathari. What did you do? Just tell us about what you did with the Sunday Ballads, and just going in there every Sunday, how you prepare for that, and what it means to be hosting such a slot.
You know what? I think with Sunday Ballads, there is many songs that you can play, and you'd find that as a radio presenter, we have to become lazy in a way, and then you don't get to research your music. I sit down, I research music, I watch videos on YouTube, I listen to other shows, I explore new music basically. And then after that, I need to sit down and plan for the Sunday Ballads. And this might sound funny. I don't know back in the days when you presented if it ever happened to you, whereby you're asking yourself, what should I play first? What should I play first? I go through that every single Sunday. But should I play All for One? I swear. Or what exactly? Because I believe that the first song that you play on radio, it's whether someone listens or changes the station.
Determines the mood for the rest of the show. You're right.
And I just have to be myself. I think that comes with it. And I believe that when you become yourself, that's when you'll excel more. Because when you pretend to be what you're not, eventually the mask falls off, and the real you will be revealed. And the real you might not be what people out there like.
Exactly.
They love the originality.
So are you saying this very calm and collected person who's on some, and the real you comes out? So this is the authentic Resego. This is it.
Yes, this is me. I think with Sunday Ballads, I always it's not a Saturday show.
Yeah.
People are tired. They went out last night. A lot of events, but some parties and all that. You need to relax.
Absolutely. Now, as is the case with, I think, mankind, the journey isn't always smooth. I know in the last year, you actually went through something that I think, you amaze me just the way you handled it. You lost your mother.
Yes.
Can you please just get us into that?
Okay, last year, July the 24th, I lost my mother, and I'm the only child, by the way, no brother, no sister. And during that time, I think that we usually dwell much onto why me, the why me question, and I think my spirituality is at 97.999%, I always believe that when God does something to you, He's trying to test your patience and your faith. With me, I was like, I shouldn't ask God why. I should say, try me. because he's giving me something because he knows I can handle it. Because I believe God can never give you anything you cannot handle. And losing your mother, you might not be close to your mother as I was. It's not a child's play. You understand? It's a pain that you've never felt before, because you know that very same person you'll never get to talk to. And coming back to my issue, I was like, I don't have a brother, I don't have a sister. What am I gonna do? Is it going to be the same? But guess what? I'm alive.
Wow. How are you coping though? Are you okay?
You should find power within the pain you're in. I found power.
Wow.
I'm good.
Talking about finding power, what amazes me is, as much as you've been through so much, especially with that, I cannot imagine losing my mother. With that, you still have the ability to inspire people, especially on social media, man. Talking about the fact that you're a motivational speaker. Where do you get all, the wisdom that you share, especially on your Facebook page, your posts, which get like 900 comments and, over 1,000 likes? Where does that come from?
My friends will tell you, and I'm like, you know what, I need to write something on Facebook. I write. That's why in a day you'd find that I wrote 12,000 Facebook statuses, and then people will share, will like, will do this, will do that. And I'm one person that I believe I get a story in a nutshell. I don't want stories whereby in a relationship, because that's like
it's mainly you talk about relationships and do's and don'ts.
Yes, I believe in that aspect. I don't want stories. I believe that a relationship is a place where you get to find happiness. That's happiness always is the epitome of everything. So I don't want stories at all. So that's where I come in. I write whatever comes to my head. The wisdom in me is so much that I need to share with the rest of the people out there.
Go boy. Yeah. Talk about tooting your own horn. When over to Kanya, can't you didn't want to say you're good looking, but yeah, I love that about you. I think keep it up, because I think I've told you this before, that you built a brand, a very credible brand, a very consistent brand. How would you define your brand right now?
How do I define my brand? I always say, I'm simply Resego.
Simply Resego.
Yes.
End of story.
Resego Motlhokathari, yes, of course.
Of course. Well, Resego, this is our 50th independence year as a country. What does that mean to you? Just the fact that on the 30th of September, we're celebrating 50 years of independence.
Okay. I believe that this year, it's all about celebrating greatness, celebrating our achievement as a country. Your achievement as an individual, that yes, Botswana is a place where you are living in, and there are a whole lot of opportunities that our government actually puts forward for us to actually use. So I might say that as the youth, we need to stand up, unite as one, use the initiatives that are there to empower other Botswana out there. So I am so over the moon that we need to celebrate, we need to come together, we need to rejoice, and not question as of why the government doesn't do this. Why can't you do it yourself? Because for the government to do that, you need to show interest in doing that.
Absolutely. And what is your most significant item as we wrap up our interview?
My most significant item would be my Bible. And that Bible, it was the first Bible that I've ever had in my life. My mother gave it to me because she said, with this Bible, people back, but know for you to do what you do, it's because of God. So know who God is before anything else. And I think from that I learned that, you know what, when you trust God, everything will be perfect in your world. And people will always talk, People will always blame you. People will always point fingers at you. Some will be happy at you. Even you, Hannah, you might find that there are people who like you, there are people who dislike you. It's all about what do you do with that. They can never dim the light that shines from within.
Absolutely. They can't take that away from you.
Hannah will always be Hannah.
Resego, thank you so much for your time. You've been incredible, and I think your star is shining bright, and I can imagine just how far you're going, and what it is that God has in store for you. I wish you all the best with your future endeavors, and thank you for having joined us today. Anything that you'd like to leave our viewers with?
All right. All that I can say to you is that, as an individual, you need to follow your heart, follow your passion. People always talk. People, they can never dim the light that shines from within. Shine now. 50th anniversary of the song.
Amen. And that's it from Resego Motlhokathari.